Hey folks, hope you're doing good. Hope you like the intro. If you want to get me an intro, record me 4 seconds of music, send it to me, and you'll be on the start of the show. That's how it's going to work. Right, I'm wearing the same shit as yesterday's video because I'm actually making this video right after the last one. And there's a little secret for you behind the scenes of how YouTube works. But we're going to get straight into this band. It's called Dragged In. Looks like a live performance, so let's hear what they got. Nice live recording. Yeah, come on. Crowds. He's got some energy. So's the music. Yeah. Yes. I've got it off the screen. Sorry about that. Press the wrong button. I'm trying to be all cool. Good punky vibe to it, but it's punk rock as well. This is beyond, straight punk. This guitarist on the left here is ripping it. Look at his strumming hand, man. He's going for it. Nice rhythm. Great drumming. Is that the end of the track? No, we're not at the end. I thought we were at the end there. I was enjoying it too much. I like the singer's stance and his vibe. It's got good energy. The whole band looks good on stage. Tight drumming. Gotta have tight drumming for this. The singer's got a good shout on him. It's not a growl or something, it's just pure shout. I love that. Yeah, great energy to this. Breaking it down. Nice. Yeah, dirty. Hear the bass. Nice breakdown. Yeah, the singer, he's had some Smarties before he came on the stage. Love to see bands enjoying their own music, getting hyped off their own music, feeling their own music. That's what it's all about, man. This band's got it. Nice. We finished. Now we're at the end, unfortunately. I was enjoying that a lot. Very, very nice. I'm going to give this one. Nice. Give it a nice. Because that was very nice. Not only nice music, but a very, very nice live performance as well. And as we've spoke before on the channel, when you're doing a live gig, your music's got to be nice, but your performance has got to be nice as well. You've got to give the crowd something to look at. You've got to give the crowd some energy, and then they'll give you the energy back, and then you give them even more energy back again. And that's what this band were doing. They look nice and relaxed on stage, going for it, in the zone, feeling it. That's what we want to see on the band, from a live performance from a band. That's what we saw from these guys. Let's have a look at their Facebook page. Bands they like, Sick of It All. That was a band I was thinking of when I was watching this stuff. And all the other bands that they're into are like that. But yeah, I was definitely thinking Sick of It All. Good stuff. Hardcore punk. Totally agree with that. Straight up hardcore punk rock, and that is punk rock metal. You know, it's not just punk, which is a different thing to this. But yeah, punk rock metal, hardcore punk stuff. Toronto band, of course they are. We couldn't go a single video without doing a Toronto band. Very, very nice band, this one though. Nice energy to this one. If I was in Toronto, I'd check these guys out live because you're going to get a good energetic show. Right, we'll move on to the next band then. This next band's called Your Own Deathbed. They've got a track called Vanguard Loss, which is a strange name. We'll get these on the screen and see what this one's all about. Ooh. Give that an instant one of those. Heavy. Guitar tones, crazy, crunchy. New school. Digitally. Nasty. Brutal. Yeah. Good drums. Does sound like MIDI drums, if I'm honest. Maybe not. Good vocal. Vocals recorded well, and it's got a nice effect on it to make it sit in the mix nicely. Very loud guitars. Yeah. Yeah, nice drumming there. Yes! Yeah, that slaps. Give it another one of those. Yes! Nice vocal as well. Nice death as well. Yeah. Guitars sound great. I love the tone on the guitars. Nice modern digital tone. High in the mix, cuts through the mix like a knife through butter. Yeah. Nice. Again. Yes. Oh, when it kicks back in, holy shit. It's got some guts to it, this one. Great vocal layering. Everything's sitting nicely in the mix. Guitars are just pummeling me. Not in a bad way. It's not like too much for the ears, but it's aggressive in your ears. Oh yeah. I'll give you another one of those, because this is kicking ass. Holy shit. Right up my alley. Great vocal. I'm going to ask these guys how they got this tone, because if they've used software, I want to know what it is. I hope it's not something like Axe Effects or a Kemper that's expensive, because this is a badass tone. Ripping through the mix. Yeah. I'll be happy with this tone for the rest of my days. Oh, it's brutal. Oh, I thought we have finished. I thought we'd finished, then I thought we hadn't, then we had. So there you go. Well, as you got about, I think it was 4, maybe 5 zoom in noises, which is something I'm trying to see if that's funny or not on the show. But I do that for bands when they're kicking ass, and that band kicked ass nearly 4 minutes straight. That was, yeah, super dope. That's just my cup of tea. New school, digital, high, loud in the mix, pummeling your ears, but because it was the guitars pummeling your ears and not the drums pummeling your ears, which it can be sometimes with these bands, it was acceptable. When it's the drums that are pummeling your ears and it's the bass drum and the snare that are so loud that they're creating the kind of slam in the music, after a few minutes that gets a bit tiresome. Your ears get tired of it. But when it's the guitars and it's riffage that's pummeling your ears, that's what metal's all about, in my opinion. So yeah, loving it. Death metal, deathcore band. I agree with that. We're looking at their Facebook, by the way. I'll give you one guess where they're from, and I've said that about 1 million times by now. They're from Toronto. So this is a band that, were I to live in Toronto, which I don't, which I kind of wish I did, I would be also seeing live, because they're a kick-ass band, and hopefully they can do it as nicely live. There's only 3 guys in the band looking at it here: bass, guitar, and vocals. So their drums will be MIDI, and I'm guessing if they do actually play live, then they'll have that all set up and just running through the speakers. That's fine. If I was going to play a live gig as a one-man band, I'd have to set up everything bar the guitar to play through the speakers. So, you know, I think that's very new school, in my opinion. You don't have to actually have all the members of a band, and they don't even have to live in the same continent. They can be on different parts of the world, and you could still knock together some kind of live performance, just with the other bits, you know, already set out, but you just do what you want of it live. If this band does that, I'd like to see a live performance. Influences, too many to mention, but you could hear them all in there. You know what these guys like from this kind of music. They got a sick logo. You got to have a sick logo for this kind of music. Good band, very enjoyable band. Got a bunch of zoom-ins, which means you're done good, right? We'll move on to the next band. This band's called the Albino Structure, and the track is called Born in Blood, and it's an official music vid. So we'll see what this one's all about. Looks like a high quality vid. Hey up. It's not super loud. To turn it up on my end. We have got it turned up though. I think my ears might just be a bit battered from that last band. Yeah. Good vocal. He's got a few tones in him. He's working his throat. He looks pretty scary in that suit. Yeah. Nice guitar tone. Crunchy, heavily thick distortion. It's got a nice bass guitar there. You don't see those too often. Got the riffage. Drums cut through the mix nicely, although I will have to say, I've got this cranked up now, and compared to the last band at least, who were super loud, this is a bit quieter overall. The whole mix is just a bit quieter in the mix. But it sounds fine, tone-wise. Nice distortion they got on the vocal there, I notice. Roughed it up a bit more, but he's got a nice natural distortion in his throat as well. Got a few different tones, gutturals to quite a high fry, which all takes work to figure out and get it good. Pumping drums, the drums are driving the music very much in this band. Then there's just nice big fuzzy riffage over the top. Not super bass driven. They could have got away with cranking the bass up even more. They could have got away with cranking the whole mix up even more, if I'm honest. You know, don't be afraid to push that shit through a limiter and just pump it loud. Could just be the YouTube video as well. I did an upload once. For some reason it sounded terrible on YouTube. Sometimes it just happens. I really like this guy's bass. A band I used to be in, the guy played one of these basses, but it's a natural wood. I like it in white. Looks very, very cool. Yeah. Yeah, good vocal. Oh, he's doing a lot of different stuff with his throat. And it's all stuff that takes work to get right. Probably a member of r/screaming on Reddit, sharing his vids, and he looks great with all the contacts in and with a white face. It's a good visual. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, this guy's got all the tones. When you hear that many tones out of a vocalist, you know that they take it seriously. They're not just shouting into a mic. This guy's a screamer. He'll be sitting at home or in his car. If he's at home, he'll be pissing his neighbours and his parents off or whatever. But, you know, guys who've got this many tones... Very nice track, by the way. But guys who've got this many tones in them, practice. Because you don't get to this point without practicing. You don't just figure that stuff out by yourself, or it doesn't just happen on its own. When you shout into a mic, you have to sit there, either listening to other bands that do it, or, you know, watching vids on how to do it or anything like that. And you have to sit there and you have to practice doing all the different areas of your throat, the back of your throat, the gutturals, compressing air in your throat, where you place your tongue, where you do your mouth. Is your mouth open or closed? Are your teeth closed? All of that stuff affects your tone when you're doing vocals. And I can tell because I've done vocals and I'm into vocals and all the different styles, that this guy has spent time figuring all that stuff out, because he had gutturals, he had kind of back of the throat stuff, he had fry stuff, he had compressed stuff, he even did a bit of shouty stuff towards the end there. And as I say, that doesn't just happen. It's like saying, you know, you pick up a guitar and suddenly you're playing a bunch of riffs. Just doesn't happen like that. You've got to figure it out, you've got to practice it, you got to get it right, and sometimes your throat just won't even let you do it, or you might have a different kind of, you know, the width of your throat and the way it's all built up might just mean, oh, you're not so good at fries, but you're very good at gutturals. Sometimes it works out like that as well. But I can tell that this guy's a heavy metal screamer. That's what they call themselves, vocalist. But he takes it seriously. He's into vocals, and you know he's figured out all the different areas in his throat and how he can work them. So good stuff. Impressive. Very nice bass guitar as well. I just want to add that on top because I was looking at it again. Now these are a deathcore band. I'd agree with that. Nice deathcore band. Doesn't say where they're from, just says they're from Earth. No, it does. It says they're from Ontario. So we got another Ontario band, a deathcore band. We have had a couple of deathcore bands now, I must be honest, out of Ontario. So they've got a nice deathcore scene, I'm going to say, in Ontario, as well as everything else that they've got going on, which is pretty much everything. So yeah, some good deathcore, brutal bands in this area. Yeah, some quite nasty bands, actually, these guys included. So yeah, Good band, good Canadian band. Getting a bit sick of saying it now, but that's absolutely fine. Last band for the day. We're going to do 4 bands today, like we did yesterday, even though these aren't all short tracks, because I watched back the vid and I actually enjoyed it very much watching 4 bands, got into it. It was still only about 20-25 minutes long. This one might be about 30 minutes long, but yeah, I enjoy it. I quite like it, the 4 vids that you just kind of sit down and watch it all in one, rather than flicking through a bunch of vids and all of that. So yeah, I'm enjoying this so far, and I like to keep going on and going from one band to the next. So we'll see if the fans like it. All 500 of you, although we're growing. We've got a lot of people coming on board each day. So yeah, tell your mates about the show. If they're in bands, get them to make a submission. Right, this last band for the day is called Foxcatcher, which is a pretty cool name. The track is called Flood, which is a cool name. Turn it up loud, and we'll see what this one's about. Nice atmospheric sounds right off the bat.
I can see it now. We're surrounded by death. We are too far gone. We're already dead. I can see it.
Bassy.
Miles away, the flood is coming to wipe away your mistakes.
Oh, god damn. Now this is a change in volume to the last band. Holy shit. I'll give you an instant one of these though. Now that is what you call loud. Great drums. Great guitar tone, crunchy, loud, bassy, full, digital, cuts through the mix like a madman. They've pushed it to the max and a bit more. Great drums. And the synths are in the back there, making a bit more atmosphere. Yeah. Yeah. Great drum sound. I just love music that's so loud it blows your head off. That's what metal's all about to me. Nice mixing. Nice. Yeah. It's so friggin' loud. I love it. Drums sound great. Cymbals sound great. Nice washy cymbals washing over the crazy loud guitar. Real nice. Nice. Yeah, man. Fresh. Fresh sounds to your ears. Fresh composition. digital, new school sounds, loud as it can possibly go in the mix, and a bit more, breaking up loud. The guitar and bass were just ridiculous loud, but I liked it. You know, some people would complain that that mix has gone over the limit and they should have toned it back and give it a bit more headroom. Nah, that was right. It suited the music, it suited the vibe, it suited the aggressiveness and the just big sound, because it had some atmospheric stuff in there as well. Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. I'm going to give that
Nice.
super nice. Very, very nice. Modern, fresh. You don't hear stuff like this very often, and if you dig back, you can't find anything like it, I guarantee you. Now, it just says on their Facebook their genre is metal, and the rest. Just put metal times 100 on there, people would get it. Let's see how many's in the band. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the band. Just 1 guitars. So, Jesus Christ, he made a hell of a lot of noise with that guitar. Obviously, it's all double tracked and stuff, but shit. Loud. They're from Dallas, Texas, and you could hear these guys from anywhere you are in the world, pretty much, with that volume. Now, these got a nice list of influences here. Fall of Troy, one of my favourite bands. We'll have them on the show at some point soon. Lamb of God, Stray from the Path, Periphery, Volumes. All very, very good bands. And when your influences are that good, we've said before, you're going to make a good band regardless, because you can't go wrong. If your influences are that good and you make a shitty band, you need to think about your life, is all I'm going to say. And that's how we'll finish the video. Excellent bands today. All of them were very, very good. We had the 2 very, very loud bands, blazing your ears off. You know, I got mild tinnitus now after that last one. We had the other band that were a bit quieter in the mix, and I think once they see this video, they'll realise that, because compared to that last band, they're at about half volume. But that could just be the video as well, unfortunately. Sometimes that's what happens. And what did we have first? Let me just remind myself. Oh, we had the punk band. Yeah, excellent bands. I think they're mostly out of... No, we had it all over the place today, not all out of Ontario. We had a few out of Ontario because we've got to. That's just a standard for the channel nowadays. But we had Texas and some other places as well. So, very, very cool. I enjoyed all the bands today. That's been a good video as far as I'm concerned. So I enjoyed that one. Yeah, very, very much. Hope you enjoyed it too, guys. That's going to be it for today. See you around. Bye.